30-second dance party.
Mainland, go. Copy. Move them out.
On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island.
So for 2021, we had performed about 278 transfers, so animals going off island to a rescue partner. And Mission Mainland was able to almost double that with an additional 201 animals. Mission Mainland came about because our population was over 400 animals in our shelter, and we needed to do something. We were adopting, we were fostering, we were transferring out, but we needed something big. And so we kind of jokingly said, wouldn't it be great if we had a plane? And our very supportive board said, yeah, let's get a plane. And it just kind of snowballed from there. So about 6 weeks out from the flight, we realized we had reached out, and we were not the only shelter that had capacity issues. Everybody across the nation was full. I mean, it was kitten season for a lot. The pandemic was still affecting a lot of shelters. Everyone was in the same boat. And there were a handful of rescues, 8 of them, that were willing to pull from us, but it wasn't enough animals, and it wasn't really worth what the plane was costing us either. And so we decided to adopt instead. We put out a plea on our social media and emailed out, and we said, hey, who wants a Kauai kitten to call their own? We're gonna be in Seattle on this day, and you'll pay the adoption fee, but we'll cover the flight. And in 4 days, the plane was fully booked. So we've got all the animals tagged, we know where everybody's going, and it's the week out, and we are feeling amazing. We have all the health certs ready, everybody's medicated, we have crates built, everything's labeled, the staff is set, when we get there is set, we've talked to everyone, we've got the dimensions of the plane. I mean, there's not a rock we didn't turn. We have a plan, and we feel confident, and everything's great, and we feel excited. And then it's the day of, and no matter how much you plan, something's gonna go wrong. And in our case, a couple things went wrong. Sunday, August 29th, we told staff to come in at 5 a.m. to help prepare crates. Everyone was so excited, they showed up at 4:30, which was amazing. We had 200 animals, well, 201 animals, all packed up and at the airport by 5:30. It took us an hour to do it. That's what made us feel even better. We were so prepared, everything was so easy, it just flowed, everyone came together. So we get to the airport and we're waiting. We're gonna hit the tarmac at 5:30, that's the plan. And 5:30 comes and goes, and 6:30 comes and goes. Finally 7 o'clock, we get on the plane. And the plane was amazing. It's a beautiful jet. It was really lovely, but was a little bit smaller than we initially thought. And so we just had to make it work. The pilot and the crew and the volunteers and the staff were amazing. We covered everything and we just started putting crates in there. And we kept putting crates in there. And sometimes we reorganized a couple crates to get more crates in there. And we just kept going until finally we turned around and there were no more crates on the tarmac. We had fit all 201 animals, cats and dogs in the plane. And what's the upside to going with this plane versus the typical cargo plane is we could see the animals. So it meant during the flight we could check on them, refill water, make sure everyone was good and rested. We had toys for the puppies. We had done a lot of calming scents like lavender, and it was quiet. Everybody was asleep, and they slept for 4.5 hours, which baffled those of us that were sharing the plane with them. In the last 30 minutes, everyone started waking up, but we were getting pretty eager to get off the plane as well. And we landed at just after 5 p.m. Since our plane had left a little bit later than expected. The staff back in Kauai had called everybody, let them know the delay. And then the crew at Boeing in Seattle helped us unload everybody. It was super fast. We had about 18 animals get on another flight to go to another rescue, thanks to Wings of Rescue. They helped us out with that. And then we started calling adopters and rescues. The fosters got to come pick their animals up off the tarmac. Adopters came. Everyone was super excited, and they didn't mind the wait. They were prepared for their pet. The joy that we got to feel at the end of this was just overwhelming. Despite the massive downpour that soaked everybody, volunteers, staff, flight crew, and all the other little hurdles we had to face, and the reality that no matter how prepared you are, something's going to not go 100%. The flight was a success. 201 animals finding a new home, it's a success. And it allowed our animal care staff back at the shelter to just really get more time to pay attention to the animals that were remaining here, deep clean, and just give some breathing room to everybody, animals and staff. And a lot of people helped with this. Our amazing board that donated so we could charter the flights is obviously our big one. We put out just a very passive call for crates, and more than 200 arrived from supporters like you, and that was amazing and saved us a lot of financial burden and helped adopters at the airport. Evo Jets did an amazing job. They walked us through it, helped us organize, what to do when we were at these airfields, and worked with the operators, and we couldn't have asked for a better partnership. Wings of Rescue helping to take those animals a little bit further. And yeah, just all the volunteers, all the supporters, all the donors, all the adopters, the 8 rescues that helped us, just everyone that, said good job at the end of it. So we ended up turning away 150 adoption applications, so potential adopters, which is just amazing. It makes us think that this is something that we should think about doing in the future. And we feel much more confident about making it an even bigger success next time. And so we're looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. And the one thing that, this is really exciting, but to keep in mind is we could prevent this with a lot of spaying and neutering. And so please, take advantage of our clinics that are coming and get your animals spayed and neutered so our shelter isn't always so full at the time, and reach out to us if you need help with that. And so just once again, thank you to everyone that helped us make this a success.